Okay, children. So in the last class, we had discussed about the reaction between metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates with acids, right? What are the main products obtained when metal carbonates or the metal hydrogen carbonates react with acids? Rifa, can you tell me? Rifa,
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, will
can you
you
tell
repeat?
me? Yes. Which are the products obtained when metal carbonates or metal hydrogen carbonates react with acids?
Uh,
Which gas is produced there?
Carbon dioxide.
Yes, carbon dioxide. Along with that, what are the other two products?
Water.
Water. Then
And calcium hydrogen carbonate.
that's the last product, right? A salt is produced. That's in common. Here in the
Yes,
case of
so-
this, yes, sodium chloride, that means one salt. Here it is
so-
sodium carbonate and hydrochloric acid. That's why sodium chloride is obtained. Okay, then how can we determine that carbon dioxide is produced in this activity or in this reaction?
That
Vishnu?
bubbles will come, and if
Okay,
you
well,
put a flame on the top,
that's in the case of hydrogen. To test hydrogen, how can we test that carbon dioxide is produced in this chemical reaction? Vishnupriya, can you tell me?
Ma'am, calcium hydroxide solution when when carbon dioxide is passed through calcium hydroxide solution, it turns milky, indicating the presence of carbon dioxide.
Very good. So when we just take a test tube containing this lime water, it is calcium hydroxide, and we allow to pass this gas through this lime water, and it turns lime water milky. That means that carbon dioxide is produced there. Aditya S. Krishna, can you tell me what chemical reaction take place there? Which product is formed to turns that lime water milky? Yes? Yes, Aditya? Slaked lime is calcium hydroxide. We are passing this carbon dioxide through calcium hydroxide. What will be formed? Pia, can you tell me?
limestone,
Yes. What's the chemical formula?
CaCO3.
CaCO3. Adidev, what are the other forms of this CaCO3? What are the
Yes,
other
ma'am.
names?
Quicklime.
It's CaO.
No, limestone.
Limestone. Then two other names.
Limestone and
Different
slaked lime.
form. No, slaked lime is calcium hydroxide.
Hydroxide.
Limestone, then
Limestone.
Rajot, can you tell?
Calcium carbonate.
Yeah, it's calcium carbonate. Its one name is this limestone. And what about other two names? Rajot, can you tell me? Limestone only. Two other names.
Marble.
Yeah, marble. Then one more.
Chalk.
Yes, chalk. So chalk, this marble, limestone, these all three are this. They have the same chemical formula, that is CaCO3, calcium carbonate. Okay, chalk, limestone, marble. These three are the different forms of this calcium carbonate. Okay, clear? Then when we pass excess carbon dioxide through this lime water, what will happen to that
The milkiness will
milky solution?
disappear.
Very good. Milkiness disappears. So that's about the reaction with metal carbonate and metal hydrogen carbonate with acid. Is this clear? All of you, please switch on your videos. Savio, Arjun, Rizwan, John Samuel, Nasperveen, Surya, all of you. Otherwise, attendance will not be provided. Okay, so today we are going to learn how do these acids and bases react together or react with each other. Can you guess what about its product? When we are going to react both this acid and base with each other, what will happen? They are
will
with
be
opposite
neutral.
property. Yeah, very good. It's neutral. Very good. It will become neutral. So to learn this, there is one activity in your textbook. We can discuss that activity now. Okay. So the first step we are taking about 2 milliliter of dilute NaOH solution in a test tube. Take about 2 milliliter of dilute NaOH solution. NaOH solution comes under which category? Is it acid or a base? NaOH.
Base.
Yeah, it's an example for a base, right? Then we are just adding 2 drops of phenolphthalein.
And what is the heading?
Okay, you can write reaction between acids and bases. Reaction between acids and bases. Okay, reaction between acids and bases. Clear? So
Yes,
as a
ma'am.
first step, we just take about 2 milliliter of dilute NaOH solution. That means we just take 2 milliliter of base in a test tube. Then add 2 drops of phenolphthalein. What is the property of phenolphthalein?
It is an acid.
It is a
Acid.
is it a acid?
Mhm.
Hmm?
Stored in kerosene.
Yes, Adidev?
Indicates
Stored in kerosene.
Yeah, it's an example for an indicator. What do you mean by indicator? The substance that helps us to determine whether a substance is acidic or basic. So phenolphthalein is an example for an indicator. Okay, so we just add 2 drops of phenolphthalein into it. Can you tell me the color of phenolphthalein solution? Color of phenolphthalein?
colorless.
Yes, it's actually colorless solution. And when we add 2 drops of phenolphthalein into this dilute NaOH solution, it will become pink in color. Okay. So the solution becomes pink in color. The actual color of phenolphthalein solution, it is a colorless solution. And when we are add 2 drops of this phenolphthalein solution to a base called NaOH, it will become pink color. Okay. Then there is one question in your textbook. You can write the pink color. What is the color of the solution? You can write the activity 2.6. Take about 2 milliliter of dilute NaOH solution in a test tube and add 2 drops of phenolphthalein solution. What is the color of the solution? You can write the pink color. Okay. Then we are add dilute HCl drop by drop into that solution. So this is the next step. We just add dilute.
And how much HCl we should?
You can add it drop by drop. That means you should add 1 drop. Then look what color change occurs. Likewise, you can add it drop by drop. Clear? Melvin? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
At a particular time at which it shows a color change. Can you guess what color change occurs to that pink colored solution? We are just adding acid. So can you guess?
Colorless.
Very good. It's become colorless because this phenolphthalein always show this colorless in the case of acidic solution, and they will become pink color in basic solutions. Okay, so here in the question, is there any color change for the reaction mixture? You can write the, it
Yes.
become colorless. Okay, it become colorless. Finally, at a particular point, solution become colorless. Okay, so this is the observation. This is clear. So as a first step, we just take about 2 milliliter of dilute NaOH solution in a test tube. This dilute NaOH solution is an example for a base. Then we add 2 drops of phenolphthalein solution. Phenolphthalein is an example for an indicator. It's a colorless solution. And when we add this 2 drops of phenolphthalein into this dilute NaOH solution, it will become pink color. That the solution becomes pink in color. Then we add dilute HCl drop by drop into that solution. And finally, at a particular point or at a particular drop, that solution becomes again colorless. So this is the observation for this activity. Then can you tell me, why did the color of phenolphthalein solution, it will change after the addition of this hydrochloric acid? What reaction take place
Become
there?
neutral.
Yeah, it will become neutral because this acid can able to neutralize the excess amount of NaOH solution in that solution. So they will cancel each other's effect. Acid will cancel that base effect and base can able to cancel acid's effect. That's why that solution becomes neutral. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, then one more step. Now we add again few drops of NaOH solution into that solution. What happens? Now we add 2 drops of NaOH solution. Then what will be your observation? Can you tell me? Now it's become colorless. Then we again add 2 drops of NaOH solution. That means the base will become excess in that solution. Then what about the color change? Yes. Again it becomes,
Pink.
yeah, yes, again it becomes pink. Becomes pink because now there are excess of NaOH solution in that in that solution. That's why it becomes pink. Excess of base is there. Okay, before that we just neutralize that solution. Again we add base into that solution and it will create that pink color for that solution. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I will repeat it once again. It's a reaction between acids and bases. Okay, to study this reaction with acids and bases, we just do one activity. We take about 2 milliliter of dilute NaOH solution in a test tube. This dilute NaOH solution, it's an example for a base. Then we add 2 drops of phenolphthalein solution. Phenolphthalein is an example for an indicator, and it will it is a colorless solution. And when we add this 2 drops of phenolphthalein into NaOH solution, it will become pink in color. Then we add dilute HCl drop by drop into that mixture. Mixture means it contains NaOH and phenolphthalein. Then at a particular point at which this pink colored solution will be converted to a colorless solution. That means that HCl solution can able to cancel or nullify that base effect, or they will neutralize the excess amount of NaOH present in that solution. Then again we add 2 drops of NaOH solution to observe its color change. Now it again becomes pink in color because phenolphthalein is already there. Phenolphthalein will always show pink color in basic solution. Clear? Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Due to the presence of excess NaOH solution in the last stage, it will create that pink color for the solution. So that's about this activity. Okay. Rizwan, can you read the steps one by one?
Yes, ma'am. Take about 2 ml of diluted NaOH solution. Add 2 drops of phenolphthalein. Solution becomes pink in color. Add diluted HCl drop by drop into the solution. Finally, at a particular point, solution becomes colorless.
Okay.
Now with 2 drops of NaOH solution, it again becomes pink.
Again, it becomes pink. Is this clear for everyone? Do you have any doubt? Anyone? Is this clear for you?
Ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Nirubama, can you tell me the activity to study this reaction between acid and base? Yes.
Will you repeat the question?
Yeah, can you explain the activity that helps to study about the reaction with acid and base?
You have to take a 2 ml of dilute NaOH solution
Yes.
and add 2 drops of phenolphthalein, which is an
Phenolphthalein.
indicator,
Very good.
and it is a colorless indicator, and it makes the solution pink in color.
In which medium, acidic or basic?
Basic.
Yes. In basic solution, it will become pink in color. Then
And add dilute HCl into the solution drop by drop.
yes.
And in a particular point, solution become colorless. And we have to add 2 drops of NaOH solution, and it again becomes pink in color.
Pink in color. So, Afsana, can you tell me why did the color of phenolphthalein change when we add acid into that solution? Afsana? Afsana, please unmute. Why did the color of that phenolphthalein solution, it becomes colorless when we add acid into that solution? What happened there? Badra, can you tell me?
It become neutral.
Yeah, that means acid and base, they react with each other and it will become neutral. Okay, Lolita, it will only shows 2 colors. Lolita, are you there? Yes, it will only shows 2 colors. In acidic medium, it will become colorless, and in basic medium, it will shows pink color. Clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, do you have any doubt in this activity? Anyone?
No, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Melvin?
Will you show the screen?
Yes, Rifa. Okay. Surya, can you please read this line?
Take about 2 milliliters of dilute NaOH solution. Add 2 drops of phenolphthalein.
Yes.
Solution becomes pink in color. Add
Okay.
dilute hydrochloric drop by drop into the solution. Finally, at a particular point, solution becomes colorless. Now we add 2 drops of NaOH solution. Again, it becomes pink.
Okay. Rifa, have you completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just wait. Okay. So how do these acids and bases, they react with each other? This type of reaction, that means the acids react with bases to cancel each other's effect. That reaction is known as neutralization reaction. Okay, that's the name of the reaction, neutralization reaction. The reaction between an acid and a base to give a salt and water. So these are the products formed there. Okay, a salt will be produced along with water. So this type of reaction, it is known as neutralization reaction. So when an acid and a base react with each other, they will cancel each other's effect and they will produce salt and water. Such type of reaction is called neutralization reaction. So you can write there acid plus base, it gives salt plus water. Both the salt and water, they are neutral solutions, right? That's why it is known as neutralization reaction. And the example, HCl plus NaOH, it will give NaCl plus H2O. HCl plus NaOH gives NaCl plus H2O. This is sodium chloride. It's an example for one salt. Sodium chloride. Okay. So the name of the reaction in which acids and bases react with each other, it is known as neutralization reaction. And this reaction between the acid and base to give salt and water. So the products are salt and water. In the previous activity, we just take HCl and NaOH. Okay, so the products are NaCl and H2O. So this NaCl, sodium chloride, it's an example for a salt. Have you completed? Melvin, can you please read this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Neutralization reaction. Reaction between an acid and a base to give a salt and water is called a neutralization reaction. Acid plus base gives salt plus water.
Yes.
HCl, example, HCl plus NaOH, sodium gives NaCl plus H2O.
Okay. Have you completed this one, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Then we are moving to the next topic. Yes, that's the reaction of metallic oxides with acids. Reaction of metallic oxides with acids. Okay, first we are doing one activity, that is to take about a small amount of copper oxide. Can you tell me what's the color of copper oxide that we learned in the first chapter? Copper oxide. Copper, it is brown in color. Then what about copper oxide?
Black.
Very good. It's black in color. Okay. So we just take a small amount of copper. Yes.
Can you repeat the name of the reaction?
The reaction, I will write the heading here. Reaction between metallic oxides and acids. Reaction between metallic oxides and acids, or metallic oxides with acids. What do you mean by this metallic oxide? And Mary, can you tell me what is this metallic oxide? In the name itself, right? Can you tell me one example for this metallic oxide? Yes. These are oxides of metal, right? So copper oxide, iron oxide, aluminum oxide, loads of examples there. Okay. So we are doing one activity to learn the reaction between this metallic oxides and acids. Okay, clear? So we can do this activity. We just take about a small amount of copper oxide. I told you the color of this copper oxide, it is black in color. Okay, it is black in color. So first step, take a small amount of copper oxide. In the bracket, you can write black color. Okay, black color.
Ma'am, your video is off.
What about now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So take a small amount of copper oxide that's black in color and in a beaker. Then add dilute HCl into that beaker. Okay. So the first step, take a small amount of copper oxide in a beaker that's black in color and add dilute HCl into that beaker. Then you have to note the color of the solution. What has happened to this copper oxide? Okay, I told you that it's black in color. Then after the reaction between this acid and copper oxide, that means dilute HCl and copper oxide, the solution becomes blue-green color. The solution, so you can write this as observation. Observation. Solution becomes blue, green color. Okay, blue, green color. That means the copper oxide, it will dissolve in that solution. And here, this blue-green color, it is due to the formation of copper chloride. Okay, it is due to the formation of copper chloride. Here the reactants are CuO, copper oxide and HCl. Okay, copper oxide and HCl. These two are the reactants. And the product obtained is CuCl2, copper chloride. So here the conclusion, the blue-green color, the blue-green color is due to the formation of CuCl2, that is copper chloride. Can you tell me this copper chloride belongs to which category?
Base.
No,
Acid.
no.
Neutral.
Neutral means?
Yes. No. Colorless.
Neutral, okay. No, it's not an indicator. It's a neutral, that's right. It's a neutral substance, but it is not water. It's an example for a. What were the products in the previous reaction? Yeah, very good. It's an example for a salt. Okay. So along with the salt, water is also produced here. So here, along with the CuCl2, H2O is also produced. Okay. H2O is also produced in this reaction. So here the products are similar with the previous reaction. When we learned that acids and bases react with each other, salt and water will be produced. Here in the case of this metallic oxide, they react with acids. Here also salt and water will be the products. So can you tell me what about the nature of this copper oxide?
Base.
Very good. It is basic in nature. Okay. Because in the previous reaction, we learned that acids and bases, they react with each other to form salt and water. Here the same products are obtained, salt and water, and one reactant is acid. So the other one is basic in nature. Okay. So all the metallic oxides, they are basic in nature. Okay. All the metallic oxides, they are basic in nature because the same product is obtained as the neutralization reaction. That's why the nature of this copper oxide or all metallic oxides, they are basic in nature. This is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I will repeat this activity once again. We just take about a small amount of copper oxide in a beaker. Okay, we just take about small amount of copper oxide in a beaker and it is black in color. Okay, it is black in color. Then we add a few drops of dilute HCl into that beaker. Then after some time, you can see that a blue-green color develops in that beaker. And this copper oxide, it will dissolve in that beaker. That means certain amount of water is produced there along with that blue-green color substance. Okay, so the products are this blue-green color, it is due to the formation of copper chloride. Okay, and this copper chloride is an example for a salt. Along with that, water is produced. That means the same products are obtained here as in the neutralization reaction. So the one of the reactant is acid. So the nature of the metallic oxide, the other reactant, it will be basic. Clear? This is clear for
Yes,
you?
ma'am.
Do you have any doubt? Anyone? Do you want to repeat this activity once again?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, copper chloride is basic in nature.
No, it's a salt. I'm telling about the reactants. Okay. Reactants. Yes.
Peroxide is
HCl,
basic
it is,
in nature.
yes, HCl is acid and the copper oxide, metallic oxide is basic in nature. Okay, in the reactant, one is acid and the other one is basic in nature because the same products, that means salt and water is produced here, similar to that of neutralization reaction. Okay. So, Manjida, can you please read the steps?
Take a small amount of copper oxide in a beaker and add dilute hydrochloric in that beaker. The solution becomes blue-green color,
Yeah.
and the blue-green color is due to the formation of copper chloride.
Copper chloride. Please read that chemical reaction equation also. Manjida. Yes.
Cu plus HCl gives CuCl2 plus H2O.
Okay. Then okay. The observation that you already write this first point, the color of the solution becomes blue-green and the copper oxide dissolved. The blue-green color of the solution, it is due to the formation of copper chloride in the reaction. So you can write the metallic oxides are basic in nature. Metallic oxides are basic in nature. This calcium oxide, magnesium oxide, then iron oxide, copper oxide, these all are examples of metallic oxides. That means simply metals react with oxygen, that is metallic oxide. So here another example for this metallic oxide reacts with acid, it is CaO, that is calcium oxide. It reacts with HCl to form calcium chloride and water. And this image, it shows the color change of the previous activity that we discussed now. That means the copper oxide, it is black in color. It reacts with HCl to form copper chloride. It's a blue-green colored substance along with water. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So all these metallic oxides, they are basic in nature. So you can write the slide. John Samuel, can you please read the slide?
The color of the solution become blue green and the copper oxide dissolves.
Okay.
The blue green color of the solution is due to the formation of copper chloride in the reaction.
Okay.
Metallic oxides are basic in nature. Example, CaO plus MgO.
CaO, MgO.
Metallic oxide plus acid gives salt plus H2O. CaO plus 2HCl gives CaCl2 plus H2O.
Okay. This is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then the next one is reaction of a non-metallic oxide with base that we can discuss in the next class. Okay. But can you guess what about the nature of that non-metallic oxide? Because
Acidic.
they are reacting with bases. Yeah, Ashik, that's right.
Acidic.
Acidic. We can discuss it later in the next class. Okay. So today we learned about two types of reactions. First one is reaction between acid and base. Okay. Who will explain that activity? Fia, can you tell me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Reaction between acids and bases.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Take about 2 milliliter of dilute NaOH solution. Add
Okay.
2 drops of phenolphthalein. It turns into pink color.
Yes.
Add dilute HCl drop by drop into the solution.
Okay.
Finally, at a particular point, solution turns colorless.
Colorless.
Now we add 2 drops of NaOH solution. Again, it becomes pink.
Very good. Again, it becomes pink. So can you tell me, Prajot, this NaOH solution, it's an example for which type of substance? NaOH. Is it acid, base? Base, very good. Then what about this phenolphthalein, Savio? Phenolphthalein.
Yes, ma'am.
Phenolphthalein is an example for?
Phenolphthalein that bases.
Is it a base?
Acid.
Is it acid? We learned about another category. Very good. It's indicator. What do you mean by indicator?
To find that it is acid or basic.
Very good. It's a substance that used to determine whether it is acidic or basic. Okay. So in this acidic solution, this phenolphthalein, it always show colorless. And in basic solution, it will become pink. And what type of reaction take place in this activity, Aditya? What's the name of that reaction?
This one.
Aditya is Krishna.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What's the name of that reaction when acid and base react with each other?
Neutral.
Neutralization reaction. Okay. Yeah, Aditya Nair, what about the products formed when acids and bases react with each other?
H2O.
H2O, then one more product. What is that?
Salt.
Very good. Salt and water will be the product. So that's about the reaction with acids and bases. It's the name of the reaction, it's neutralization reaction, and salt and water will be the products. Both are neutral substances. That's why it is known as neutralization reaction. Then what about the nature of metallic oxides, Badra?
Basic in nature.
Very good. It's basic in nature. And in the in this activity, we take about a small amount of copper oxide, right? Ashik, what about the color of that copper oxide?
Colorless.
Copper oxide.
black color.
Yeah, it's black in color. Then what color change occurs when we add acid into that solution? John Samuel?
Yes, ma'am.
What about the color change occurs when we add hydrochloric acid into that copper oxide?
Become blue green color.
Very good. It's become blue-green color. Then Rose, which product is formed there? That blue-green color indicates the formation of which substance?
Copper chloride.
Very good. It's copper chloride. Along with that, water is also produced. Okay. Is this clear for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Then we can discuss the reaction of non-metallic oxide with bases in the next class. Okay. All of you read this portion very well for the next class.
Yes,
And if you have any doubt, you can ask me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then just 1 minute. Let me take your attendance. Okay. Thank you, children. I will mark your attendance. Then,
Thank you, ma'am.
okay. See you in the next class. Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.